Hello and welcome to today's stream. I'm finally in Bristol after a very lovely and very nostalgic stop off at Kidderminster, which I greatly appreciated. That has a lot to do with connecting with my twin flame. So that was very nice to do. I have a lot to talk about with you guys about um Haworth and the conference, the Basis conference, which is a disclosure conference. So I met a lot of amazing people. I have a lot to talk about, but for now, we are getting on with the members' crystal ball. So any members that can make it, I'm really hoping that you can make it. I know it's very late, but I said whatever time I get here, I will stream. So I am here. It is actually 11 p.m. We had so much trouble today. My drives have just been traffic after traffic after traffic, block. But everything is good. Everything happens for a reason. And I'm sure the people that attend today come here for a purpose and a reason. So, today we have baby, hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. So of course we have the crystal ball, the miniature crystal ball that I have now learned to always take on every travel because you never know when your travel will be extended. Now, I did not believe my travel will be extended last week, but there are many very important reasons for that, which I can go into on a later stream. But for now, we're going to focus on Members Crystal Ball because it's been a while since we did that, and I would like to just pick up and just get on with some Members Crystal Ball. So I'm not going to go into too much about what I've been doing, where I've been going yet. I will do that, but I just want to get right into the crystal ball and make sure you're all getting some readings. So let's see. We have baby right now, and we have Miss Venus. So we have the crystal ball, as I just mentioned, mini crystal ball. I will never, ever take that out of the boot of my car again. I promise. I promise. But the cards we have the New Love cards. We have the Earth Magic. We have the Akashic. And we have the Seraph Soul Angels. So you can choose Love, Earth, Akashic, or Angel as your card. And questions, of course, questions. And if you're in, please do like the video. It does help to boost me. It's been a while since I streamed, so a boost will be very nice. So let's see. We have a love card for baby, of course. I am a bit tired, so excuse me, but I'm tired but high vibrational in energy, so we are good. So you have express your love, which is go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So this is about you sometimes having to be the one to initiate things, beginning the conversation, reaching out, showing your interest, things like that. Not always waiting for them to do all of the work, basically. That's how it goes. Baby says, and how is T feeling about me? Okay. There's a bit of a complexity energy because it's mostly positive. There's a little bit of doubting, but it feels more about doubting the relationship path in general as opposed to just you. So you are involved in that, but it's not just you, I would say. Baby also says, I'll be going, I'll have to sleep. They're all the questions I have. Okay. Love, light, and blessings. Tomorrow I will be on earlier. So tomorrow will be earlier, but I didn't want to. I felt like okay, I got here really late today. Maybe I should skip it. No, I didn't want to do that. So we're doing an hour today, and then we're resuming as normal tomorrow at around between 8 and 9 p.m. So it'll be normal time tomorrow, but I wanted to at least get an hour in today. So I hope that's okay with you guys. Miss Venus says, I will put my questions whilst my session starts. I'll be free after this hour. Okay. I hope to see you soon. Oh no. Venus, be mindful. It's because I'm covering it with a scarf to make it look nicer, and I just grabbed the scarf. So, oh, let me try to be a bit more mindful here. Hopefully we can balance it. Everything is cleansed. The room is cleansed, don't worry. Okay. Rain, hello, welcome. Please don't put too much pressure on yourself. Glad you're having fun. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, I really want to keep this up. Like, it's something that I really want to do. So it's not like I do feel pressure to do it. Like, even though I do want to do it for you guys, I also do really love to do it. So it's like, it's that kind of thing. Like, I miss it. I really miss it. So I just wanted to get it in. Miss Nina says, twin flames, thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards me, okay? So the feelings are very similar. The feelings do feel very the same. It's very care, attraction, all of those positive energies. But I definitely would say that the intentions, there's, I would say like a slight bit more of a action and intentions, like an urgency. So it's almost like there's more of a knowing this time that I do have to take urgency. It's like I have to take urgency. Should I take urgency? I have to take urgency. Contemplation about the urgency and knowing that it kind of is needed. So yes, I would say that. Ocean says, "How is my feeling towards me?" Okay. There's kind of a relaxed energy. There's a relaxed and relief energy. It feels a little bit like things aren't as bad as I thought they would be, and I think that we can move forward in a positive way. That's what I would say. Um, Pretty girl says, why didn't Fawzi answer my messages that I sent him today? Okay. It feels like there's wanting a little bit of a break from you. It feels like there's wanting a bit of a break from you, unfortunately. And then you say, how is Muhammad Fawzi feeling about me? Okay. So the feelings, it's positive but passive. It's like there's a positive place for you in his heart, but almost feels like I I'm not ready for that. I'm not, yeah, I would say not ready. I'm kind of leaving that on the sidelines. That's what I would say. Miss Venus says, what is the most prominent timeline with the twin flame at the moment? Okay. Most prominent timeline with the twin flame seems to be like a big event happening around December time. I would say maybe more beginning of January. It's a group event, but it seems like there's a very deep connection within that group event where things become a bit more, it's like kind of, I wouldn't say agreeing the things that are official, but I would say there's some indication that I want things to be a little bit official within that talk. That's what I would say. Miss Venus also says, Twin Flame and I have been texting every day, and we've been talking about texting from the past. Things from the past, sorry. He has acknowledged his mistakes. How does he feel about these conversations? Okay. So I wouldn't necessarily say feeling good about these conversations. I feel like it's not feeling good, but it's not feeling bad. It's feeling like it's needed. It's feeling like it's just something I needed to do. I don't feel particularly good about it because there's some ego um dampening maybe, but it's a feeling like it's needed, I would say. And Ocean says, how is Y feeling towards me? Oh wait, sorry, I've missed some things, I'm sorry. Rain. Rain, I miss you. What does Y think I feel towards him? Okay. There's still like a hint of perhaps there's something romantic that you're feeling, but there's definitely a comfort around the platonic energy that's there. There is a comfort around that. Pretty gal. Is there still issues between him and those friends from the gym? Okay. Yes, I would say yes. Miss Venus says, after the conversation I've had with the twin flame, is he getting discouraged or having doubts about trying again with me? Or does he feel like he is more mature now and wants to do things right this time? Okay, okay. Yeah. So I was already kind of feeling that, but let's look at that because it feels kind of like feeling it feels kind of like a desire to be more mature. I would say there's a feeling of being more mature. There's definitely a feeling of the maturity increasing, but it's like an awareness of that and wanting to head towards wanting to be more mature. So I wouldn't say that he's fully come to that level of maturity, if that makes sense. Like maybe the level of maturity that you and I are thinking of. But I would say that there's a awareness and desire to get there. Ocean says, how is Y feeling towards M? Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing really positive, really loving energies there, I'm sorry to say. And Ocean says, am I likely to reunite with Y tomorrow at the social event? I guess a yes on that one. Ocean, when does it look like YGFM is coming to town? Okay. I still feel like the end of this month, so it could be like a week to 2 weeks, I would say. Miss Dina says, Twin Flame told me his mom still asks him about me because she's always liked me as a future daughter-in-law. Still has hope. Is this true? And if so, what does he have? What does he tell her about me? Okay. Yeah, so I definitely feel like it's a bit fleeting and a bit brief, but I feel like what I'm mainly picking up from this is this comparison. So if he mentions something about like a new person, like the new people that have come in that he's kind of not necessarily introduced to her, but maybe spoken to her about, she doesn't feel the same as she did about you. So there is a comparison there, definitely. I would definitely 100% say. Although it's not an in-depth conversation and it's a little bit brief, I do still feel that. So baby says, will the spell I did for tea today to attract to me work or be successful? Was it successful? Okay. Guessing a no on that, unfortunately. So here is where I segue into my things that I do. So I know this is a member stream, so most of you guys do know, but I do sound healing, Reiki, cleanses, spells like love and money, and I also do readings that are a lot more in depth than stream, like crystal ball, tarot, pendulum, candle wax, bone reading, flower reading, room reading, anything you can imagine I do. And I do spells. So if you are interested in help with manifestation or help with spell work, please check out my link in the description, which is secretfrequencies.com/shop. And I greatly appreciate the likes on the video. I see that we have 10. If we could get to 20 within the hour, that would be really great because we could boost ourselves up again. I really need to get back into streaming, and I will be streaming tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be longer than tonight. Tonight will just be an hour, but I couldn't not do it. I couldn't not do it. I had to come on. If there's only 3 of you on for the whole time, maybe it'll be less than an hour. but I couldn't just not do it. I had to do something. So I greatly appreciate you guys being able to join, because I know I've been very flaky lately, which um it was a Wi-Fi and signal issue. If I had that cottage was great, and if I had good Wi-Fi at that cottage, I would have streamed every day. So I do greatly apologize for that. If I could have streamed every day, I had the time to and everything, I would have done it. But it's this, like right now, I'm in a hotel in the city. So we have perfect Wi-Fi, you know? It's just a shame. Let's see. So, Ocean says, am I like likely to reunite with that? Oh, sorry, I did that one. When does it look like why? Oh, I did that one as well. I'm sorry, where am I up to here? Miss Venus. Has the twin flame been talking to other people about me, and if so, who and what has he been saying? Okay. Yes. So I get a yes to like a close friend. The close friend feels male, feels slightly younger than him, could be the same age but feels kind of slightly younger. There's been a little bit of discussion about females and particularly mentioning you within that. So yes, I would say. Ocean, why does he feel I have romantic feelings towards him? Okay. It seems to be some of the things that you kind of like, he feels like some things that you say and ask are hints or trying to get information rather than just general interest or general chit chat. That's what I would say. Pretty girl says, why does he want a break from me? When do you see communication between us? Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel a little bit of the hermit mood energy, like kind of a solitude energy coming up, which is natural. We all go through hermit moods, we all go through solitude moods. I have had one myself recently, so I wouldn't say that that's necessarily bad. But let's look at when do we see communication, okay? I have 5 weeks on communication, unfortunately. I'm sorry, that's not super short. Miss Venus says, in response to another guy confessing his attraction for me, Twin Flame said, you have something very sexual about you. I say it because I have always been very attracted to you. Does he mean in the past he's been attracted, or does he mean currently and still? Okay. Yes, both. Both. Definitely both. Ocean, a love card, of course. Our first card of the day. I've missed you guys so much. It's so great to have the ability to do this. If my Wi-Fi cuts out right now, I think I might actually cry. I have so much to share with you guys. I have Howard that I haven't shown you. I have all of the conference and Zena, the Crowley Cottage, the Mermaid Cove. I have so much to show you guys that I just haven't posted. And I feel like Wi-Fi is, it's so incredible. You know, I know we're all kind of like, let's resist AI and like be very natural in nature, but I've missed Wi-Fi so much, I must say. Connecting with you guys. I just miss you guys so much. So there's a love card for Rain. We have reconciliation. Oh, oh, oh. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Reconciliation. Very interesting. I don't know what else to say about that. If you noticed you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. I know we don't have many people in. I think we have 4 people in. So you probably already have liked it, but if you notice that you have not, I would greatly appreciate that. Like I said, today I will only be on for an hour, but tomorrow we'll do a slightly longer one. I'm thinking tomorrow we'll do another crystal ball because this one's short. So we'll do an hour and a half crystal ball tomorrow, which may or may not be members, we'll see. But and then we'll do the channeling the next day. That's what I'm thinking. That's kind of my plan at the moment, but let's play it by ear at the moment. But one thing I will say is any challenge you do not get this month, I will just write them up and send them to you. They don't have to be on stream. So let's see. Um, so we have, oh, I've missed my up to now. Hold on. It was Rain asking for a love card, I know. Miss Venus, why does my twin flame find, what does my twin flame find physically attractive about me? Okay. So particularly I'm getting figure come through, but also face. So figure and face. So you have it all, Miss Venus, and I think we all know that. Goddess of love, you know. I can concur. That's a joke, of course. Baby says, what next actions will T take towards me as I did the spell today? Okay. Yeah, I'm not really feeling much for it, and I'm very, very sorry to say that. I don't like to give the negative answers, but I do have to give what I see. And Pretty Girl says, do you think someone did some kind of magic or spell between us to separate us, me and Fawzi? Okay. I wouldn't say spell as in purposely doing a spell, but I would say manipulation. I would say manipulation, yes. Ocean says, may I have an angel card? Of course. I've missed the Seraph souls so much, so I'm so glad you asked for a Seraph soul. Oh, and this one jumped out at us, so let's see. We have insights for Rain. It's Archangel Raziel, so here we are. And it says creation, Archangel Raziel. Use and trust your natural psychic abilities to find out what your next path shall be. It is there ready and waiting for you. Spend time meditating and ask your guides what this is. It will bring happiness and abundance to you. Archangel Raziel will provide the insights that you require in order to find out what it is. It will be something within the spiritual or holistic arena. Very interesting and very nice. So let me see. We have Miss Venus. Twin Flame also said, honestly, at this point, I'm allowing fate to do its thing, okay? And well, if this woman has already been in my life or is here now, great, because she's going to be here for a reason. Fate is an important thing. The Tao, the flow of the universe. And she's what my life needs right now. And believe me, I want that. Was he referring to me or talking generally? And does he think I'm the one he's fated to be with? I'm already feeling it, but let's check the ball, okay? Yes, definitely an indication to you, definitely a hint to you at least. Definitely a hint to you. Trying to at least provoke some force in you that you might be the person he's thinking of. Yes. Ocean says, how is the dog Buryu feeling towards me? So apologies for any pronunciations that I pronounced wrong. I greatly apologize, but let's check anyway. It's a very comfortable energy. It's like drawn. It's like a magnetic but comfortable energy. It's very, very nice. So I'm just going to take this off because I'm really, really hot. Now, what I do have leggings on. They're not tight, they are leggings, so I'm not flashing you, don't worry. I don't want to seem like, but I hope you like my unicorn top. I bought this specifically for stream, and I didn't realize until I turned the light off in the evening when I bought it, that it's glow in the dark. The unicorn glows in the dark, so very, very nice. Let's see. I'm up to here. Miss Venus, does the twin flame think there's a bigger or divine reason, like fate or God, that keeps bringing us together in the same place this year? did he add meaning to that? Okay. Yeah. I feel I kind of feel like an agnostic energy. Like I don't believe, but I'm open. So I would lean to fate more than I would lean to God. But I do agree with what you're saying. Jasmine, hello and welcome. I hope you're doing well. Did the specific emails I'm referring to get read? Are you referring to Discord? Because I'm very interested in what you've said here. And this is very interesting as well. So I'm sorry that I do go off on tangents sometimes, but with me kind of like joining in a bit more with the disclosure community as well as the spiritual community, the things that you are talking about, if it's the same thing I'm thinking, is very linked to like government and um hidden things, occult things, maybe you might say. I don't know how to put it on YouTube, but it's very interesting, and I need to delve into it a bit deeper. I need to take some time with it. But what I've already said, I hope that at least has been thought provoking a little bit. But yeah, I will reply to your Discord. I'm very interested in these dreams. I want to compare. I want to do some comparison to your experiences to my mother's, which were more roller coaster type of travel, as opposed to like these pods, these protective pods. But it's very very interesting, and everything like I've seen Venus. You've popped up with some things that I definitely want to look at. Jasmine, again, some things I definitely want to look at. Things are slowing down for me a little bit now. So, like I said, I had these opportunities. I went with them. I would have kept up, like I said, with streaming more. I would have kept up with streaming more if I had the Wi-Fi, but just I didn't, so I couldn't. Um, but things are getting better now. Bristol, we have good Wi-Fi, we have good signal, so we should be getting back on board. But like I said, with the channelings, I might just put the spreadsheet up or list and just write the channelings to you guys this month. Through email, Discord, Facebook, however we connect. That might be easier this month and just focus on Crystal Ball for streams. But yeah, Jasmine, I will reply to you. Baby says, can you a love card for me regarding to tea? Okay. Here we are. So you have codependency. So it says addictions are affecting your romantic life. So addictions can come in many ways. It can be very physical, like it can mean that you or the other person has an addiction. It's affecting your physical life, so you need sorting out, of course. But it can also mean that there's a repeating karmic cycle. So we can come into this lifetime where there's a lesson we need to learn, we don't learn it, we keep coming back as a human to learn it, to learn it, to learn it, to learn it. The addiction can be more like that. It can be more like, oh, I'm always drawn to narcissists, I'm always drawn to narcissists. Addiction doesn't have to be like, I drink or I smoke or, things like that. So do think about that. But it can actually be codependency, like being too amalgamated in the relationship and being mindful to keep that. I talk about this a lot, but keeping that individual part of yourself as well as being in a relationship. So, for example, doing something that is only your own, like maybe streaming. Maybe this is only my own, and maybe when I have a partner, I will do things with them and it'll be separate and this will be just my own. Things like that. It could be binge watching a series, it could be reading a book, it could be going on a drive with some music on, but something that's only your own, and you keep that independence away from the partner and try not to get too attached to the partner. Not that it's not a bad thing to be really attached, but you always need a little bit of sense of individuality. Think of the cat totem animal. Ocean says, what is the meaning of the reconciliation card? Okay. So it seems to be a full repair with the connection with Yuto. It seems to be a full repair, like both coming to a complete understanding of where you're at and who you are, and where you're at currently in this, at this current time in the life path, which it does feel platonic, but it feels nice. And Miss Venus says, the twin flame said, right now I'm already looking to start a family and a serious relationship. So I know that many things that I was used to will have to change, but that's okay because for the good of the relationship. Is he talking generally, or is he saying he would like all of that to be with me? Okay. So, in the wider scale, there's definitely a general feeling to this, but you are in mind. So, it's kind of like, it's a general feeling that I am feeling, but you're the only person that's in my mind when I do think about it. Although it's general, and for example, if you were very distant and you didn't reply, someone else might come in and they might match that. There's openness to that, but you're the only person that's on my mind at the moment thinking of that. So I hope that makes sense. Baby says general guidance from Crystal Ball. Okay, so I don't do general guidance on these streams because general guidance can be very, very broad. General guidance can cover money, love, other relationships that aren't love, like, well, romantic connections, other love relationships like friendships and family. It can cover work, finances, home, spiritual self, individual personal self. General guidance can cover way too much. That's why I do my own personal readings on my website at secretfrequencies.com/shop, because they're more in-depth readings and they can cover a lot more. This is why we ask specific questions on the crystal ball, because a in-depth reading like you're saying general, it would just take too long. My general readings take at least half an hour. So I'm sorry, I can't sit for half an hour with each person. Even if there's only 4 of you on stream, I still can't sit for half an hour with each person because it's just not fair to make other people wait. The reason we ask specific questions is to give everybody a chance to make sure everybody's kind of in the loop and in the flow. But I'll pull you an angel. In fact, should I do a Akashic or angel for baby for that one? Let's do Akashic and see what we get with Akashic. So we're pulling, oh, okay. We're pulling commitment for baby. So commitment generally, we're looking at, as we can see, it's roses, It's the one of roses. So the roses generally do link to the love relationship, mostly romantic. Maybe sometimes it's a different love relationship that's not romantic, but this is usually a romantic relationship and it's commitment. So if you are single, you'll meet someone. If you've met someone, you'll get into a relationship. If you're in a relationship, you may be proposed to. If you are engaged, you may begin to plan that wedding. So it's the path of going on to a higher level of commitment. But sometimes with this card, very rarely though, it can be more about signing documents, as you can see the document there. Oh, and I knocked the crystal ball again. It's not on a table, it's on like a poof thing, so it's very easy to knock it over. I apologize. The room is cleansed. This is also why I take time, because I have to cleanse everywhere that I go. But commitment, occasionally, it can be commitment to like a big contract, so a new job or a new mortgage or buying a car, something that's a huge purchase. But there's a very positive omen around that. So I would definitely still say to read fine print like I always do. But it's a positive omen around that. So if you drew it that way, it would be like, make sure you're reading small print, you might get scammed, but this way it's more positive. But generally it links to the romantic relationship, so you don't have to worry too much about that small print, but I would keep that in the back of the mind, especially if you do decide to make any big purchases. Miss Venus says, I posted a song called Friday on my Instagram story, which my twin flame liked, hearted. The next day he texted me a picture from his car casually playing the same song. Was this consciously intentional? And if so, what was the purpose of this? Okay. Yes, it was definitely intentional, and the idea of this is it's to show you that he pays attention. It's to show you that he listens. Because I feel like a huge thing with like the divine feminine. The divine feminine comes through very, and I'm sorry to say this, but it's true. The divine feminine comes through very strongly in a lot of women. The majority of my YouTube subscribers are like 50 men, 50% men, 50% females. But the commenters and members and people who comment and the members, it's much more majority women, and clients as well, much more majority women. And what I notice is that women are a lot more in their divine feminine energy than men. And when men are trying to step up and trying to grow, they it's like they need to show you that they're doing that. It's like they can't just listen to you and know they've listened. It's almost like they feel like they have to show you that they've listened because they've fallen so much from that energy. Does that make? I hope that makes sense. What I'm trying to say. It's almost like any proof that I've listened to what you said and what you like and what because they used to just turn up with like gifts of what you like and remember it in their heads, but they're not always like that anymore. And that's not, I'm not sexist in any way, or I have a very strong balance of masculine and feminine energy myself. Although I am more in touch with my feminine, I will admit that my feminine is more than my masculine. Maybe I need to balance my masculine a little bit. But I do believe in the yin yang. I have the ring. I believe in the Tao. And yeah, just to say that I'm not trying to like slate men or anything, but it's definitely a thing that's happened recently, I would say. Earth card for ocean, yes. So you have fire and passion. So this is really nice because we are going to eventually look at astrology. But I do believe, I mean, I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, but I believe I have no fire in my chart. Fire is passion, fire is energy, fire is creativity, fire is the sacral chakra, fire is just vibrance. And sometimes it's even burning the old, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Sometimes it's burning the old to make way for the new as well. So fire and passion is very strong energy, and you're going through that right now. So if you feel strong energy, strong emotions, strong draws, strong urges to do anything, even if it's dancing, anything crazy, just do it. Just do it. Step into your passion. Don't be scared of your passion. Don't feel like you have to perfect your passion, because you do not. Your passion is this imperfection is perfect in this lifetime, okay? So there's no such thing as perfect in this lifetime. So yes, fire and passion. So it might be interesting, like I know I sometimes they say things that I can't talk too much about, I openly admit I need to delve far more into astrology than I already have. But it might be interesting to look at your astrological chart, see where your fire is, see where your fire energy is, and that might help as well to navigate. We can always complement things. So if you have a reading with me, a session with me, a spell with me, there's always ways to complement that with other things as well. And if you're worried about clashes of energy, or if things don't complement, just ask me and I will let you know. But yeah, sorry to ramble on there, but the fire, it's always something I'm like, I don't think I have too much fire in my chart, and at the moment, I've moved from my Virgo lesson to complete. So I had an Aries lesson that I didn't complete. I moved to my Virgo lesson, completed my Aries lesson, and now I'm in my Leo lesson. And that's so you are Jesus in symbolically, and the 12 disciples are the 12 zodiac signs, and you have a lesson with each of the zodiac signs. And I've learned my Aries lesson. I've learned I wouldn't say I've learned my Virgo lesson, but I'm definitely almost there. But I'm currently more focused on my Leo lesson right now. So I don't know if anyone else resonates with that. I'd be interested to hear your story. That's my point of view. Miss Venus says, what was that song Friday? Does my twin flame think I posted it for him? Did he send me that as a way to mirror me? Or is he trying to send me those lyrics as an indirect message about me? Okay. It definitely seems more a way to show that he's listened to you. He's, it's like, I'm listening to what you're saying. Like, I've taken on board what you've said. I've watched what you've said. It's that kind of energy. It's like, I listen. I'm here. I'm open to. It's kind of like I'm listening to you. I just feel it's kind of like that. Oh my gosh, we're on 41 minutes. 41 minutes already. Tomorrow is definitely going to have to be a longer stream. So we have 20 minutes left. Let's see what we can do in 20 minutes. So, Pretty Girl says, can I get some insight on what to do in my weird situation with Fawzi? See, we're talking in a great way, and things just shifted overnight. Talking in a great way and things just shifted overnight, okay? So if you're talking in a great way, I mean, generally, I will look at the ball, but generally, if you're talking in a great way, that's a good thing, And I would say keep going with the communication. The most important thing, I think, when we're having issues in connections, whether they're friends, family, relationships, we really need to keep the communication channel open. As soon as the communication channel closes, that's where we do begin to have issues. So we'll do an angel, no, we'll do an Acacia Candle Love for you, for Pretty Girl. So, we have the Four of Keys clearing the way. So this is very nice. So the house, if you can see the house, that represents your dreams and desires. So that will be your desires in the relationship, what you want to manifest from the relationship. And this is you. And you were heading to your desires in this horse and carriage, but there was a block in the way. The log represents a block in the path, and the man, so the man doesn't necessarily have to represent a man, just as the woman doesn't necessarily have to represent a woman. You could have a male person asking the question, and they could be the person asking the question is always represented by the female, whether they're male or not. But the male person it's always a person that's going to help you. So it could be a spellcaster that's clearing a block. It could be an energy worker that's clearing a block. It could be a friend that's giving advice that clears a block. But it's an external person that's going to help you. So you're not removing the block on your own. The main thing that it says is you need someone to help you clear the path. You're almost there. Your desires and everything you want are in sight, but you need someone to help you clear this block. The man represents someone you need to help you. So just think about that. It's a bit of a block that you do need help clearing. But let's do a love card as well. So we have release your ex, but we have it upside down. So that's quite interesting because we do it with oracle cards. You can kind of go with your intuition whether you want to read it upside down or not. It's not really as, a lot of people read the tarot very strictly. But I feel that drawing this upside down it's more like not releasing your ex. It's more like still having a possibility, still having an opportunity with someone from the past, with someone that's already within the realm of possibility. So it's like the opposite message, not releasing the ex, but to keep hold of this person. So that's quite interesting as well. We have Baby says, does MH like me? I guess a yes on that. And also his thoughts, feelings, and intentions about me. I feel like mild attraction. It's not super strong. There's a bit of kind of like I may like to get to know you better, but I'm not too concerned It's like there's a mild attraction, might like to get to know you better, not overly concerned. Miss Venus says, why is my twin flame back in my life this time? Is there a bigger purpose on a 3D level? Like, are we meant to be together now? Okay. So I don't get meant to be together now. I certainly don't feel meant to be together now. But I do feel like there's still a lesson for you to learn. And it would be beneficial, and it would speed the process of your soul's evolution to learn that lesson quicker, because if you don't learn it now, you will learn it in another lifetime. So it's like, I suppose I would say yes, because it's almost like you don't have to, but if you want to progress as quickly as you can, which I'm sure you do, you might need to learn that lesson in this lifetime. So that's interesting. So guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. We only have 15 minutes left today, but tomorrow we're going to do a general crystal ball. It's going to be for everyone, and that's going to be over an hour. Might only get an hour and a half. It depends on what we get up to here in Bristol. But the next day, so tomorrow will be at least an hour and a half. Everybody's crystal ball. And the next day I will begin channeling. So like I said, well, I say begin. Some of you have already had your channelings. So I'll have to keep a note of that, who already had them. So yeah, let me think. I might just prioritize crystal ball whilst I'm here, because what I've just realised is I don't have my list of who has had a channeling yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. If you're super desperate for a channeling, please do message me and we'll see. Like I said, I can always type them up. Might prioritize crystal ball just for this trip until I get back. Thank you, Rain. I appreciate you so much for the super sticker. And it looks like a new one. It's like a little Game Boy or something jumping up and down. It's super cute. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me just see where I'm up to. Sorry, it did skip me there. Does that a lot. Let me see. So I have to do the background music because I don't have any. Let me see. Oh, I only see one love oracle card for me and money oracle from baby. So we do have money oracle, but I will do another love card for you. So you have, it's a safe for you to love. It's a safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Sometimes as empaths, when we are too vulnerable and too open, we let people take our kindness as weakness. We let people walk over us, and we close off that heart chakra. We put boundaries up. Don't put the boundaries up. Keep your heart open no matter who takes advantage. Just cut that person off. Keep your heart open and possible to others. Let's see. And then how is T feeling about me? T. I think we did that one. So good night, God bless. Good night. And source bless, I should say. Baby says I'll be going, I'll have to sleep. Yes, sorry, I did read that. Miss Venus says, oh no, I'm at the beginning, aren't I? That's why. Come back to the beginning. So you must have had to have another love card. That must be why I was drawn there. So let's see. Oops. Where am I up to here? Oh, I'm quite far. I've gone all the way up, which is good. I'm not 100% sure exactly where I was up to. So let me just see. Let's go to Rain. It says, how should I act when I see Y tomorrow? Okay. So there's a politeness. There's definitely a politeness, but so I don't say avoidance, but I feel like trying not to cross paths too much. So I don't feel like, oh, you walk close and then you run away. But I feel like it's like um trying a little bit to not be within the same vicinity, but not in an obvious way, if that makes sense. Like just gently trying to avoid, but being very polite when you do come into contact. That's how it comes across. Jasmine says, no, I'm not referring to your email. Talking about Twin Flame. Oh, Twin Flame. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for missing that. If I don't get to that, if you re-ask that, if I don't get to that, please do Discord me that. Sorry about that. I got confused there. I'm sorry, Jasmine. I'm so sorry. Miss Vina says, children came up in the conversation. Does the Twin Flame have concerns or hesitations about my age and ability to have children? If so, does that prevent him from seeing a long-term future with me? No, I'm not seeing any of that at all, actually, at all. Miss Vina says, has the Twin Flame been thinking about me lately? And if so, what are his thoughts about me? Okay. Yes, there's definitely thoughts about you, and it's kind of like, I feel like sometimes there's urges to reach out, and then there's like, I I can't bother her too much. I can't message her too much. It's almost like stopping myself a little bit. There's definitely overthinking about you, but in a positive way, not like anxiety. It's more like overthinking about, oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, she's so this. Oh, she's so that. You know, it's quite a nice feeling. Ocean says, should I wear makeup tomorrow? Okay. I'm getting a yes. The vibrant feathers of the peacock. Tap into the peacock and the flower petal energies. When we wear makeup, when we express our inner beauty on the outside with our clothing and our makeup and our hair, which I definitely haven't done today with my hair, but when we do that, we're tapping into peacock energy and flower petal energy, and we're just exuding the 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 beauty that is within. You're very, very welcome to show the beauty that's within on the outside in this physical realm. Always remember, guys, you're in the physical realm for a reason. Indulge in physical pleasures, be materialistic at times, be vain sometimes, love yourself sometimes. It's okay as long as you're still as long as you still balance with the higher chakras, as long as you still, love others as much as you love yourself, connect with your guides, don't fall out of your intuition, and don't head into any darkness. It's fine. It's fine. Emotion says, how should I approach the connection with Y moving forward? Okay. So I am getting the same kind of energy of, it's polite but distant. Polite but distant is really the message that's coming through. It looks like we have a super chat. Maybe I didn't see it. Let me just see. Or was that just the super sticker from Rain, maybe? I thought it was something else. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe it was. But I greatly appreciate it. It looked like something else came through. Let's see. So I do have to jump off in 5 minutes. So I'm going to scroll down. If anyone hasn't had a question answered, or it's a very interesting question because I saw an astral question, then I'm going to answer them. Or any questions that don't get answered, save them because I'm coming back tomorrow, and tomorrow will be a slightly longer stream. We will do an hour and a half tomorrow, and then the next day we'll do some channeling. Okay, so that's my plan. My plan is tomorrow. It's a full crystal ball for everyone, not just members, but you're getting the heads up, so you be there if you can. And I'm going to try my best to do 8 p.m. tomorrow. I'm going to try to plan my day around 8 p.m. Whilst I'm here, There's a stone circle that's 20 minutes away. So I'm picking the best weather to do that because it's very bad English weather right now. So whichever day it doesn't rain, I'm going to the stone circle. And it's the winter solstice coming up very soon. Check. And I will get back onto some channeling. Sorry. I said if I don't have the channeling list, I might just focus on crystal ball. Sorry, getting so confused. We might just focus on crystal ball for this trip because I don't have the channeling list of who's already got one. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Acacia for rain. Acacia, yes, of course. So we have, we have the Karmic Trench. Guys, rain. So I love when I pull this card upside down because we always see like upside down cards as negative, like, oh no, I've pulled it upside down. But the Karmic Trench is, he keeps digging and digging in the same spot. He's digging, he's digging, he's digging. The example I give, so you can, how can I say? You can translate this example to anything in your life, but I just give this example because it's easy. Think of an alcoholic or someone who's addicted to cigarettes, maybe. They're trying to quit, they do quit for a bit, then they get back to it, they quit for a bit, then they get back to it, they're digging and digging and digging into the same pot. I quit, then I keep going, then I quit, then I keep going. And it can link to anything, it doesn't have to be, it could be any addictions. I just give those as an example. It could be negative food or not exercising or procrastination or anything that's somehow an addiction or a cycle. Like I think I said earlier as well on the love card, getting into a relationship with the same kind of people. Narcissists, getting with a narcissist, breaking up with them, getting with a narcissist, can be any repetitive cycle. But what it suggests, and it can, if it doesn't resonate with you that you're in a repetitive cycle, it can be lifetime to lifetime. So you might have repeated negative patterns lifetime to lifetime. But when we draw the card this way, like you did, you're falling out of a karmic pattern now. So there was a karmic pattern that you were in, but you are now releasing it. You're now falling out of it. Or no longer in it. Or you're no longer going to be in it after this current chapter. Bear in mind, like I always say, the current chapter is around 3 months. So maybe be in about 3 months' time. We'll see. But guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please do like it. I greatly appreciate it. Having these amazing opportunities to network and make tons of new friends at the Disclosure Conference. But not having Wi-Fi, I fell out of my watch hours. So boosting the channel would really, really help. And any support to the channel would really help. But like I said, I will just pick up streaming. That's the main thing I have to do. And I can't wait. I love streaming. I just, it's difficult when you're in a place where you can't really get the Wi-Fi. So yeah, Miss Venus, you have a lot of questions. I'm going to try my best to connect to replies to some of you guys on social media and email this evening or tomorrow morning. I get up quite early on this trip. I'll be getting up quite early. But keep your questions for tomorrow's stream. And like I said, you guys are getting a heads up that there's going to be a stream tomorrow. Although it's for everyone, the subscribers aren't really getting a heads up. So you can jump on, hopefully, quicker. So Rain says, may I have advice card regarding my caregiving for my dad? So let's do Archangel Raziel for that one, because I do see this card, which I'm drawn to, which is challenges. It says contemplation. Whoever said the spiritual journey was easy? Sometimes there's a life-changing moment that encourages you to seek some more knowledge about this path. This may also involve you taking a really good look at yourself. There can sometimes be a little This can sometimes be a little challenging, and there may be some life lessons you have to revisit in order to move on to the next step. Ensure you find positive outcomes as you look back at the experiences you have had. This phase is very normal. Archangel Raziel is providing you with beautiful, calm energies to ensure this process is as gentle as possible for you. So, connecting to Archangel Raziel, if you do have issues with your father, but yes, it does say some challenges. But most of the time, the challenges the guides give us are challenges we can overcome. So that's nice. So we are on an hour, so I will try my best to jump off as soon as possible. Rain says, I love it when you talk passionately about something, don't apologise. I greatly appreciate that. And I can't wait to share all of the shorts and all the videos that I took. And I will be sharing a lot of videos from other people's channels. So other people, especially Bob Osborne, interviewing me. I think he interviewed me about 4 times. So I'll be sharing that. And that goes a bit more into, some of you are interested into my mother's abduction experiences and targeted individual experiences. Some of you are interested in my lives on Mintaka. Some of you are interested more in maybe a bit of a darker side, like Aleister Crowley. And we did speak a bit about that. And yeah, I think that may be everything we spoke about. So you might want to look out for that when I post that about Bob Osborne. But thank you, I greatly appreciate that. Let me just see if there's anyone we haven't had. I appreciate you guys. I know there's only really been 4 of you in. I really hope I can see you guys tomorrow. Ella! Hello and welcome. Let's do a few of Ella's questions before I jump off. Will I pass my exam tomorrow? I get a yes, and love, lights, and blessings and prayers for you. Everybody, please send positive energy to Ella to pass. I feel really positive on that. A love card for Andrea and you, of course. So you have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So tapping into that solar plexus energy, self-confidence, self-and releasing anxieties. When we do that, we naturally release from the solar plexus, which naturally amplifies our energies, which naturally attracts people to us. When our solar plexus, when all of our chakras are very vibrant and flowing nicely, we do attract others to us. But the solar plexus is specific because there's a lot of self-value, self-confidence, and self-worth contained within that. Knocking the crystal ball. So sorry. I need a table to put it on rather than a poof. Let's see. Movement in wanting to move forward. Yeah. Movement in wanting to move forward. Yes, I've actually. Carolyn, hello, welcome. Will Christopher contact me at Christmas? I can feel he is resisting me at the moment. Okay. It feels more like between the 27th of December and the 5th of January. That's what it feels more like. Jasmine says, I only asked one question. I should have worded it differently. It was, did the twin flame read my recent emails I sent him? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for mixing that up, and I'm glad to just get to you. Okay. I get a yes on that. I do get a yes on that, Jasmine. I'm so sorry. And I didn't put his name and said, did my specific emails get read? Okay. I took that wrong, so I do apologise. Miss Venus, I think it was a skipped. When does it look like? I'll see the twin flame again in person. Okay, and how will it go? Feels pretty imminent. Like I would say 3 weeks at maximum. And I feel like going well. I feel like things, it's steady. It feels like things feeling how they feel to you right now. So I don't see too much improvement just yet, but nothing going down, you know? Rainsy definitely resonates. Maybe I'm done with emotionally unavailable guys. Well, yeah, aren't we all? Skip the part about Twin Flame has been talking about me. What has he been talking? Telling them. Yeah, so, sorry. So, in terms of like talking about you, it feels a little bit more about like, it feels, let me just double check on the ball, but it did feel a little bit kind of like, mentioning that you're someone who's, it's not like saying this is my girlfriend, but it's like trying to imply that there is someone there, trying to imply that there's a girl in some way, you know? It's like trying to make an implication that I have someone, even though it's not like a committed thing, you know? Ocean says, thank you so much, you're so welcome. And it's morning in Japan, good morning, konnichiwa. Ocean says, good luck, Allah, I think that's very beautiful. But don't forget to study. Yes. Don't forget to study. I know that you will. Pooja! Um, in one of my channel messages from my guides, they said align your spiritual goals with ways to earn in your material life. I couldn't understand this. What is this? Okay, so for example, my spiritual life path is to help others and to be a guide. So part of my spiritual life path is Reiki and reading, and now I do that as a full-time job. I make money from doing that. That is kind of the way they say it. So it might not resonate in that way for you. Like, for example, you could be like a counselor, you could be a social worker, you could be a nurse. You know, there's many ways to heal people, even if it's not fully energetic or fully through readings. But you do align that onto your spiritual path in some way. And that's what we're seeing. That's what the guides are kind of saying. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. Yeah, I would say there's no exact right or wrong way to do it. There's maybe better ways, worse ways and better ways, but there's no right or wrong way to do it. Karen says, I love you so much, Venus. Looking forward to seeing the interviews. I'm so glad. I'm so glad because I really appreciate you guys' support. Because when I'm like, oh no, I can't stream today. Oh no, I can't make it today. I feel really bad and I feel like I'm letting everybody down. And it really, honestly, just really grinds on me and just makes me feel really terrible. And I think that's normal. You know, I'm not going to like beat myself up and say you shouldn't feel that way. I think you should feel that way. I think you shouldn't let people down. I think you should live up to your word. I think you should be a person of your word. I want to be a person of my word, but sometimes the opportunity does take you, and sometimes you live up to your word, and sometimes you go with the flow of the Tao and you say, okay, the Tao is taking me in or the flow of the universe is taking me in a different direction, and unfortunately, I have to let people down in order to go with that flow. But hopefully, I just hope I can make it up to you twofold, threefold, fourfold. You know, I really hope I can. So, like I said, any channelings that aren't done, I will redo a spreadsheet. Any channelings that aren't done this, I'm like a goose now. I've gone too white. Any channelings that aren't done this month will be typed up. So feel free to prompt me. Like I always say, don't feel bad if you nudge me. If you're like, Venus, you haven't done this yet, get back to me. And that's okay. I'm perfectly happy for you to do that. I'm on my own here. Nobody checks my emails. I don't have an assistant or anything like that. So when I have a sale or when I get really busy, it is just me. So please try to bear that in mind and think, you know, she's doing these sessions like Reiki cleanses, spells, blah, blah, blah. Also personal time as well and streaming. So just try to, and you guys do, you give me so much grace. I know you do. But also don't feel bad about prompting me and just say, Venus, it's been this long and you still haven't done this. Do it now. You know, feel free to shout at me as well if you need to. It's totally fine. But yes, so I will find out. There's only been one channeling stream this month. I'll find out who's been on it. We'll find out if they're roots or heart. We'll see who has one or two left. And if we don't manage to get them streamed this month, they will be typed up, and I do promise that. But I'm going to try to focus on Crystal Ball because I know you have a lot of questions. So keep your questions for tomorrow, aiming for around 8 p.m. Any changes, I will try to update you as much as possible. There's much more Wi-Fi and much more signal here, so I don't have any excuse to not update you tomorrow. It's not going to be like last week where I was like struggling just to post a post. There's much more signal, as you can tell. I've been here for a while, but I do have to jump off now. So guys, if you haven't had any questions answered, I'll do one. But otherwise, please keep your questions for tomorrow at 8. Yeah, keep your questions for tomorrow. I'm aiming for 8 p.m. GMT, but there'll be tomorrow and the next day as well. So we'll either do Crystal Ball again tomorrow and channeling the next day, or we'll just do 2 crystal balls in a row and focus on the channeling and catching up with the channeling when I get home. So we'll see. So let's see. Yeah, and you guys are really sweet to each other in the chat as well. I like that. And I'm really appreciate. I know I said it, but I appreciate the support. Peter says, how am I progressing on opening up my spiritual gifts? Well, I think well, but I don't know what the crystal ball thinks by falling. But it fell on the floor, but you know what it did? It's very interesting, actually. It rolled right to the book, the Akashic book of the Queen of Scrolls. So that's very interesting. The Queen of Scrolls is the picture on the cover, and that is the Queen of Learning. So she's the Queen of Scrolls, she's the Queen of Learning. So it's really interesting that the crystal ball fell right off the poof that it's on, and it landed right on the book, which shows the Queen of Scrolls. So you are learning, you are the Queen of Learning. So you are in the right place at the right time. You are on the right path of learning right now. So that's perfect. I'm definitely over time, guys. So let me just see. Maya, Miss Venus, I miss you so much, and I honestly, when I see your Facebook and I can't reply straight away, it my heart drops a little bit. Heavinesses. I don't know the word. It sinks. It becomes heavy because I really want to connect with you. And Jasmine, I think there's some things I probably still want to say to you about pods, and that's probably why that was in my mind before. So Jasmine, Miss Venus, anyone else, feel free to prompt me. But let's do some cards for Maya before we go. So let's do a love card for Maya. Healing family issues. So your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So it's not necessarily parents. So it says parents on the cards, but it can be any family issues. So siblings, aunties, uncles, distant relatives, ancestors. You can be healing family issues from more than just the parents, basically. But it might be needed, and you might just need to connect with your ancestors a little bit as well. That can be it. That can be. I'll find a better way to balance this tomorrow. That can be a thing as well. So just bear that in mind. But it's healing family issues in some way, which it seems like you've taken on the task to do that in this lifetime. An earth magic for Maya. You have ocean. Ocean, which is balancing of your emotions. So if you're feeling over emotional about something at the moment, anger, sadness, any negative emotion, that's going to balance out, and you're going to have resolution to the things that are bringing you negative emotions. So that's very nice. And let's do an angel. Let's do an angel for Maya just before we go. So I will check who else is in just in case, but this may be last. Compassion for Archangel Raphael. Empower. Within the healing world in which you work or should be working, you may often come across what I refer to as birds with broken wings. They may flock to you because of the healing energies and compassion that you have for them. You often will go to many lengths to fix them, and this can cause frustration, as they may not help themselves. The old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. Yes, very true. It's appropriate. Accept that this is something, it's a universal lesson. For the person that you are attempting to heal, they have to do this to themselves, and that's always healing. We lead someone to healing, or we open them up to the ability to heal. If they choose to stay in trauma or to keep that trauma or negative energy with us, they won't release it. You can't help that most of the time. Ensure they know you will offer them love when the time is right, but allow them to walk this path on their own for a while. Ask Archangel Raphael to be with them and also with you to assist in this task. And that's a nice thing as well, is if you do feel like they're resistant to you, just ask some of your guides and some of your angels or some of the archangels to stay with them as well. It's always a good process. I hope to see you tomorrow, Miss Venus. I really do. Maya said crystal ball got drunk. Yes, perhaps it did. Well, I hope not. I hope it's not telling any lies. Jan, hello, welcome. Jan, if you have one question before I jump off, I don't want to leave you out since you've only just jumped in. If you have one question, let's do that. But I was supposed to jump off 17 minutes ago. So Jan, if you have one question or want to choose a love, earth, Akashic, or angel card, you can choose that. And then we will jump off with that. But guys, if you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. When I haven't been on for a while, boosting the video really does help. And yeah, love, light and blessings to each of you. I really hope to see you soon. Jan says, I didn't see the notification. No, don't apologize to me. I should be apologizing to you over and over and over. I need to find a way there must be a way to have my own kind of Wi-Fi pickup or my own signal enhancer on my phone so that I can still stream when I'm in areas of weak signal. I'm sure that that's a possibility. I'll have to talk to some technical people about that. Please say thank you so much. Hope to see you tomorrow then, because you didn't ask too much. And Jan says it's okay, I'll wait for tomorrow. I appreciate that very much. So love, light and blessings to each of you. Tomorrow should be 8 p.m. We're in Bristol now, so it's not like we're traveling. So the reason why I was so late today is because of the travel here. Which the travel was just, I was delayed. I came from Wiltshire, I dropped someone at Heathrow Airport. Then I tried to get back to the Wirral, where I took a wrong turn, which is silly because that's where I live. It's the least place I should be taking a wrong turn. Then I had to go to, and then I had to wait for someone to pick me up to take me to Bristol. We had a stop in Kidderminster on the way. The Kidderminster stop was very important because it was, my twin flames passed away, and it was a nostalgic connection with my twin flame. So we did do that on the way here, but that was needed. We needed to do that. And then we came here, and then we did this. But now we're here, so there's no more travel delays. Our hotel is right in the centre of Bristol, so 8 p.m. should be perfect. So love, light and blessings. I really hope to see you soon. And if I do find something super spiritual, there's a Stone Circle that's only about 20 minutes away, so I will maybe stream that if the signal, or video it and show it after. But there should definitely be spiritual stores here, so I'm hoping to pick up a new sound healing instrument or a new tarot deck or something like that. Or I might just get an extra crystal ball, leave it in my car, don't touch it, just keep it with some vervain so I can cleanse it, and just be like, Venus, if you ever forget it, you've got an extra one there, you know? So love, lights and blessings to each of you. Cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Cannot wait to see you tomorrow. We'll do as long a stream as possible. I think it'll be an hour and a half, but it'll be tomorrow and the next day. Love, lights and blessings. So good to see so many of you, and I hope to catch more members tomorrow.